Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Vapid Winky, and I'm about to find out if it'll off-road in the snow. That's right, will it off-road in the snow is continuing, and honestly, I thought this was going to be our last week in the snow because we only got to record 6 vehicles this year because of the slightly shorter snow season that we had at GTA Online. But as I was looking through my hard drive of unfinished YouTube projects, I discovered that I had 4 vehicles from last year that I recorded, or that we recorded, and that I never got edited. Um, so, I'll kind of leave it up to you guys. If you want to see some more snow for 2 more weeks, you know what? We'll do snow for 2 more weeks, and if you'd rather just go back to regular Will It Off-Road, that's fine too. I think the advantage of maybe doing Will It Off-Road in the snow for 2 more weeks is that'll give us a chance to get a few more vehicles from the Cayo Perico highest strip feed. And so once we actually get to testing, we'll be able to actually record and have Cayo Perico vehicles without taking a break in it. And then, of course, at the very end of all the Cayo Perico vehicles, just like we did with the last DLC, we will race the fastest and the slowest two up and down the mountain in Will It Off-Road at the races. So, lots to look forward to there. We do potentially have some more snow coming. And I think, it's still winter, so why not do the snow? That's my opinion of it. So, the Vapid Winky. I mean, we've already got this thing recorded in the just dry conditions. And it wasn't fast there either. It hasn't been edited into a video yet. It's just kind of waiting. But it wasn't particularly quick. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's competent. It goes. It just does it very slowly. It has low enough gearing that it can climb, though it does struggle if you're on a really steep incline at a dead stop. Like if I would have stopped just on that incline just there and then tried to go again, the gearing seems to be a little too tall to be able to get it up and running, and it really struggles. But if you already have a little bit of speed, it'll just keep going, and going and going and going and going. Of course, here in the snow, what little power it does have, it is spinning its rear wheels quite a bit. So it's struggling to maintain its upward and forward momentum, but it's getting there. It's doing it. It's not bad. It's just slow. It's just very, very slow. I mean, we're already at nearly 3 minutes here, and oh yeah, bushes. So let's talk about that, bushes. When did that become a thing? Because if you look back at earlier Will It Off-Road videos, I hit these same bushes in a ton of different types of vehicles, lowriders, SUVs, sedans, compacts, everything, and they don't stop you and they don't spin you out. When did that change? And what is it that changed in the game that caused them to be such a problem now? Like there, again, I touched that bush and I stopped. I mean, I would have been able to get right up here, no problem, if I hadn't clipped that bush. But instead, I'm about to fall off the mountain. I'm not going to, but I'm close. I had to come back down around where I could get just a little bit of speed, get a run up. And even then, oh God, I nearly got hit with a helicopter. I still don't understand why people take helicopters for Will Off-Road. Does not make any sense to me whatsoever. Especially because they're noisy. But we're up. 3 minutes, 55, nearly 56 seconds. But will it off-road in the snow? Yeah, it will. Just, nearly 4 minutes as we have the noise of a helicopter off to the side. You can notice there's some icons on the map that didn't quite make it up, including another Winky. They finally got here. Hi, guys. How's it going? And as soon as they got here, I left. I didn't even give them a chance to get positioned or anything. I'm like, I'm going, I'm leaving, bye. This was the first vehicle that we recorded on a day that we recorded all 6 of them. And, of course, Sparing Donkey, he just hasn't quite gotten used to how amazing PC is and how much better everything on PC is, including the timing and the graphics and everything. And so he's still a bit overwhelmed when he plays on PC because, he is a reformed console peasant. And so he hit me and knocked me down the mountain, and now I'm in a bush, which made me stop, and the Winky barely was able to get going again. But we're back up where we should be. Only cost us about 47 seconds. And we're going to get going there. Hopefully Donkey doesn't knock us down again. Yeah. Trust me, he was punished for that. We probably banned him from Discord or something. I don't know. Not that he doesn't immediately just rejoin, but I think he's only actually been kicked off Discord one time. I think I just heard Sven. Yeah, there goes Sven off to the left. It sounds like he was trying to boost, and it didn't go so well for him. But hey, speaking of Discord, just a minute ago, make sure you come hang out with us on the Vainglorious Discord server. We would love to have you. We have a lot of great people who play a ton of different games, including a lot of GTA. Matter of fact, we have a group that plays GTA every single day. No exaggeration. So come hang out with us. And, while you're clicking on links that are in the description down below, make sure you click on the one for Will It Off-Road Bingo, where you can generate a bingo card and play along, and different things happen in Will It Off-Road Bingo. When you manage to get winning, then, hey, you could possibly, you could possibly put bingo in the comments. This isn't good. I almost saved it, but it had one last roll in it, and off the mountain we go. Yeah, so the BF Weevil had this same problem, where it just didn't have the braking power to be able to slow it down as it was coming off of a jump to a bend, winding up because of the speed, understeering, bouncing into the side of the mountain, and then, of course, then we had 2 or 3 wheels off the ground, which made braking even worse, and I couldn't get stopped in time to turn the corner. And now, I know it may look like I'm trying to drive backwards, but I'm not. Like right here, I'm hitting the brakes. When it spins around, I'm hitting the throttle again, which works as braking. Finally got a tree to hit to stop me, but there's no way I'm getting back up. So this is a definite DNF on the controlled descent. But that doesn't stop me from driving it back to the top of the mountain, despite the damage that it has sustained, and flinging it off to see what we can do for a damage descent. But hey, also, going back to the links in the description down below, we've got Discord, we've got Will It Off-Road Bingo that I'd love to see a winner in, but we've also got the Will It Off-Road spreadsheet. So if you're interested in the vehicles that we have tested previously, and you just kind of want to compare their times, that makes it rather easy to do. Eventually, one of these days, I'm going to actually put a link for each car to take you straight to the video so you can see it tested as well. I just have not done that yet. It's going to take a lot of work. Well, hello, Donkey, ramming into me again. But for now, you can compare them. The vehicles are sorted 3 different ways. The first, just by regular Will It Off-Road in dry conditions by ASCENT. And we know which one of the 300, nearly 400 now, was first, which one was last, and straight through. Then the second tab sorts by ASCENT, but by class, so they're grouped by class, so you can see how they rank within their class. And then the third tab is where you find all the snow results. We've only tested 45, I think, vehicles as of this video, so it doesn't really need to be broken down into 2 tabs. So, managed to get right through that tunnel. It's a pretty nice bit of driving, if I do say so myself. Which is kind of hard to do with the Winky, because it bounces all around on this rough terrain. Just a very, very bouncy thing. But man, look at that damage model. And that's because this thing was originally in development when the game was in development and it was cut. So I think that's why it has such a good damage model, is that it still has some of that original development in. But we're down to 1 minute 52 seconds, almost 53. Let's take a look at the damage on the Winky. The windshield is busted out. Several lights are missing. Has very significant body damage. And, of course, bent wheels with chaos happening over there to the side. We'll take a look at our support vehicles. A little worse for the wear on a couple of them. One of them had to be called back in because it got stuck in the mountain. But that brings us to our next vehicle. One of my favorites in this game, the Declasse Yosemite Rancher. I love this truck. I like it in the snow. I like it when it's raining. I like it on the street. I like it in the dirt. I like this truck a lot. It has a lot of customization options to give you a lot of different looks that you can go for. So much that I wouldn't mind having a second one, honestly. I just don't have anywhere to store it. Donkey and those wee-woos. But man, this thing is effortless to drive up this mountain in the snow. Coming back down, you'll see there was a couple struggles. But going up, this was easy. I expected, because of how much power it had, that it would want to kind of do the corkscrew that a lot of all-wheel drive vehicles tend to do on slippery surfaces. But nope. It just went. I mean, it doesn't go as fast as it did when the mountain was dry without snow. In fact, it takes about 20 seconds longer to get at the top of the mountain in the snow, just because you're dealing with a lot of wheel spin and things like that. So it's struggling to put that power down. So you can't get quite the same speeds. And of course, anytime that those wheels start spinning, because it is slightly rear biased, you got to be careful on the power that you don't just spin around. So that's why it's 20 seconds slower, but still, it turns in a really impressive time that you'll see not too long from now, to be honest. Just a fantastic, fantastic vehicle to drive. So easy, in fact, even, what's his name, the Florida guy, was able to get up without any real effort involved. And he's usually almost always the last one up the mountain. Because he ham-fists it, and then he gets nervous when he ham-fists it, and makes more mistakes, and yeah, he's not a good driver. Not at all. But, yeah, I know, I'm being mean to my community. It's okay, I play with them every day. So, we're allowed to point out each other's faults. Well, I'm allowed to point out their faults. If they want to point out mine, they need to start their own YouTube channel and make their own YouTube series. But look at this thing go. I mean, I've had to go a little bit slow around some of these bends because, again, because of the snow, the rear wheels would spin, and if I got too hard on the power, the back end would just come around on me. And then through here, I was just a little worried that I would bounce off, because this is a bit of a bouncy truck. So I didn't go too terribly fast. But, in hindsight, probably could have gone a lot faster. But this was the 6th vehicle that we tested. So you're seeing the first one and the last one. So by the time we got to this, nearly 4 hours later, I was getting a little worn out of driving up and down the mountain. So maybe not quite as good of a time as it could have gotten. Still does really well, though, except for this last little bit. Probably could have gotten about 10 seconds of a shorter run, but I just didn't carry enough speed as I made that transition, so I had to back up a little bit, but not by much. But we are up in 2 minutes, 58 seconds. So will the Rancher off-road? Yeah, it will. That makes us, let's go over our numbers, actually. I didn't go over these. For the Winky, it is 5th out of 6 off-roaders, 36 seconds slower than the Insurgent, but 10 seconds slower than the original Rancher XL. And it came in 24th overall. Our Yosemite Rancher here is 2nd in off-roads out of 6. 4.5 seconds slower than the Free Crawler. Probably no real big surprise that the Free Crawler did really well. It is in 6th place out of 45 vehicles that have been tested in the snow. Half a second slower than the Rebla GTS, but 6 seconds faster than the Italia RSX in the snow. So, hey. Speaking of Italia RSX, the day that I'm editing this and recording this voiceover, we just recorded the Italia RSX in dry weather. And it was interesting, to say the least. But it'll be a few weeks before we see that video. Because I think I've got now 3 vehicles that are recorded, ready to go for editing and videos. We've got the Winky, we've got the RSX, and then we also did the Weevil today. The Winky was done weeks ago. Just have never made it to a video. Kind of taking it easy on the descent. The back end keeps wanting to come around on me under really heavy braking. Mainly because those front wheels are locking up, but the rear wheels aren't. Well, there, the rear wheels were locked up. I take that back. But because they're locked up, it's just kind of wanting to spin around on me. Just happens. So kind of taking it slow just to keep myself from winding up off the mountain. Though I am enjoying the sliding bit. Some. You can see on some of the corners I am kind of letting it sling around. What's coming up, though, might be one of my most impressive saves ever. Way too much speed right there for the snow. Really close to that edge and managed to just, through just a little blip of the throttle, get the back end to step out and get it pointed back in the right direction. Hobo didn't do so well, so he's kind of down ahead waiting on me. And here's the only part of the the mountain that I could really open it up. That one little bit back there, I could just kind of floor it. And that was it. Everything else was a lot of throttle control and being very judicious with how much throttle I got. Opened it up a little bit there and almost paid for it, but managed to save it. Same thing there. The back end started coming around on me, but finally found a little grip, got a little bit of speed coming down here on the asphalt, and we are down in 2 minutes, 45 seconds. Hi, Hobo. Yeah, that happened. So we'll go back to the top of Mount Chiliad as the sun begins to set. This is my favorite time of day when it snows in GTA Online, because everything just looks kind of golden. Everything, you know, because of that evening orange glow from the sun coming through the clouds. I don't know. I like it. I dig it. I think it all looks really cool. Already taking quite a beating, though. As you can see, just smashed out my windshield. Of course, it's hard to tell if the right window is broken yet or not, because this truck does have that bug where even if you tint the windows, the window tint isn't visible on the right side. I don't know why. So it's a little hard to tell. When I render out this video to do the voiceover, I render it in a pretty low quality just so I can get something to watch, to commentate to. Well, I've got an engine rattle. I didn't notice that when I was editing the video. There's a bit of an engine rattle. So I don't know that the description of damage includes that or not. Probably not. Did I nail it? Oh, no. It was almost a perfect threaded needle. But, yeah, I render these out in pretty low quality, so I can't really see if that window is broken at this point in time. But I can clearly tell that the left one is because of the window tint. Oh, wow. Hi, donkey or spin. I don't know who's driving at this point. Up and over a boulder like it's no big deal. And I'm going to go ahead and begin the outro. I'll let you read the damage description. That's because I didn't leave myself a whole lot of footage at the end of this one. So as I mentioned earlier, make sure you come hang out with us on the Vainglorious Discord. Make sure you're playing Will It Off-Road Bingo. And if you get bingo, put that in the comments. And follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff. And if you thought the video was great, then hey, I would love if you would maybe get subscribed, notifications turned on, hit the like button, leave a comment, all that good stuff. But as you can see, by the way, not sure about that collapsed suspension. There, you can see, I think the suspension collapsed. Yeah. There's a look at our support vehicles. But that's going to do it for Will It Off-Road this week, as we take a look at the backside of them. So, until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.